Hello. Yeah, welcome to Relationship Matters. My name is Dr. Ufuma Wanchuku. Today we are going a step further in the series we started about 3 weeks ago on the gratitude effect in relationships. So we've looked at how gratitude can foster and enhance your relationships. We've also looked at hindrances to gratitude. Why is it so difficult for people to be grateful? Okay, that was episode 2. And last week we looked at some mistakes that people make as far as gratitude is concerned. So you could be grateful, but yet you could also not do it rightly. The description of this video have the links to the 3 last episodes. So if you want to, if you missed those editions, I will advise you to check the description and watch those videos so that you can have a better perspective of what we are looking at. Today, we are taking it a step further. We are looking at gratitude journaling, the power of gratitude journaling in relationships and marriage. This is a secret I discovered a couple of months, about a year ago, and I started putting it into practice, and it has helped me to have a better perspective. You know, sometimes we have this entitlement mentality, so you feel, okay, so why shouldn't, is he not supposed to be able to do that? Is it not his responsibility to do that? Okay, and that hinders us. That's one of the hindrances we have to gratitude. But when you are grateful and you are able to take notes, just as the songwriter said, say, count your blessings, name them one by one. Just as the year is coming to an end, you might just be wondering, so what exactly did God do this year? Why should I even be grateful? So it's the season of the year where churches are having Thanksgiving and all that and all that and all that. So you might just be thinking of one big thing that you expected God to do for you this year, and maybe it has not come to pass, and you are just like, so why should I be grateful to God for this year? But if you are the type of person that has been keeping a track record, that has been journaling. So I was in a meeting recently and some persons came to testify that at the beginning of the year, I took stock, and these were my prayer requests, and at the end of the year, I went back checking them one after the other, and I have discovered that God answered all, even the ones that did not materialize. God told me why this one is still pending. Okay, so but if you don't keep a track record, you might not be able to appreciate all the things that he has done. So like the songwriter said, count your blessings, name them one by one, and it will surprise you. If you keep a track record, a daily track record of what the good things of these good things that your spouse has done, you know, the focus this time now is not just gratitude generally, it's gratitude in relationships and marriage. So if you are able to keep a track record over time, just flipping through that journal, you will get to know that, wow, this person has actually done a lot. So what is gratitude journaling? What is the act of gratitude journaling? Gratitude journaling simply means taking notes, keeping a record of the things you are grateful for about anything. So that's gratitude journaling generally. But when you now bring it down to gratitude journaling as far as your relationship or marriage is concerned, is keeping a track record of what you are grateful for about your spouse, writing it down, penning it down. They always say that the shortest pen is greater or bigger than the largest memory. So that track record, if you flip back, it will bring to your memory and it will make you yourself to be in a better frame of mind. So if you keep a track record, why is it necessary? What does gratitude journaling help us to do? It helps you to develop a positive mindset. Okay, so you are removing your focus actually from the negatives. It has to be intentional. Like I always say, and I've said severally in this series we have been taking, that everybody does have weaknesses, everybody does have strengths. But being grateful simply means your focus is more on the positive aspect of the person. And like I've also said, what you appreciate appreciates. So if you focus on the positives and you're appreciative of the positive things, the person will also tend to be intentional in becoming more positive than focusing on the negative, because focusing on the negative is also more like self-fulfilling prophecies like someone would say. So you are focusing on the negative part, that's only the aspect you are seeing, and it will happen to you. Just like the Bible says, what that which you say into my ear, that is what I will do. So what are you seeing about your spouse? And I've mentioned, you don't have to wait for those big things. You have to take note of the little things the person is doing. So gratitude journaling will help you to develop a positive mindset. It will also help your mental health. Because when you're always focusing on the negative thing, you are thinking of criticism, you are thinking of how to attack the person. Why did the person not do this? You forget, it comes back to you. I shared with us, I think that should be in our first episode, about the research that was done, and some persons that were having mental health issues as they were going through their therapy. They were split into two groups. A particular group was asked to be doing journaling every day, write down the things you are grateful for, and another group were to write down the things they are not happy about, the things that made them to be sad, things that made them to feel bad. At the end of the day, those that added gratitude journaling to their therapy sessions, they recovered faster. Their results were better, a lot better than the other group. So it comes back to you. In as much as we have said that gratitude journaling will help the other person to be motivated, to be encouraged, it still comes back to you. We talked also about the hormones that are released, including the feel good hormone, the bonding hormone, oxytocin, and all that are released when we are grateful. So gratitude journaling will help you to have a positive mindset. It will also help to bring about bonding in your relationship and marriage. And why wouldn't it help you to bond? When you're always telling the person about what you are grateful for, is the person so bad that the person will not give back to you in exchange of your appreciation, good and better attitudes? So gratitude journaling will foster the bonding between you and your spouse. It will also help to enhance communication and help with conflict resolution. So because one major thing about conflict resolution is that people focus on the negative aspect. So you are just thinking the person consciously and deliberately decide to do this and this and this and that to you. But if you shift your focus a bit from those negative things and focus on the positive, it will go a long way to enhance that relationship. So what does it take to start the journey of gratitude journaling? Seeing that it will help your relationship to be better. First is for you to get a journal. And when I say a journal, I just mean a dedicated material for that purpose. So when I started out, I was talking about how I started gratitude journaling about my husband, having to pen down every day, which of course I'm still working at, being consistent at it. But whenever I'm able to do that, I go back to those notes and I see the number of the things, the series of things that I can be grateful for about him. So it was just a 20 leaves exercise book I started with. So you might not really, I want you to start today. So you might not really have to wait for when you have that beautifully designed journal and all that. So just look for a dedicated material. If you can get the beautiful one, of course, because why not? Because beautiful things will also help to motivate you. So just get a dedicated material for that purpose. Another step would be for you can get also a dedicated time. For instance, evening, since you are trying to be grateful for what the person has done for the day, you can do that in the evenings. At the end of the day, you just reflect and say, okay, what am I grateful for today? Like I said, it doesn't have to be big things. It could just be just helping you to get water when you were coughing. Okay, it could just be one little thing or the other, and if the person did not do it, it might have cascaded into some other negative things. So get a book, A journal dedicated for that purpose. It's not today you write here, tomorrow you write your sermon in church on that same book. Something dedicated for that purpose. And then get a dedicated time that you are also able to reflect and do that. And also try to be consistent, and then finally be specific. I talked a bit about that when I was talking about mistakes that people make about gratitude. So you are grateful, but you are not specific. So the person is just feeling, you are just saying thank you because, so that it won't be as if you don't know how to say thank you. But it sends a different signal and a different kind of perception and warmth when you are telling the person, I am grateful for a specific thing, and you are detailed about it. So instead of saying, like I said last week, thank you for yesterday, thank you for everything you do. What are those everything? You can just single one thing and say thank you for yesterday, or thank you for having to stay at home with the children the other day or yesterday. That helped me to be able to do so and so and so. So the person is like, wow, at least this is my little act of kindness. You appreciate it. You reflected on it. You took time to think about what the sacrifices I made on my end for me to be able to do that. So be specific and detailed while you journal, and then try also to be consistent, and then you try to also communicate it. So don't just put it down in a book for it to be in the book. The book will just be for you. But also try to communicate that to the person. Let the person know. Aside writing it down in a journal, let the person know that I am grateful for so, so, and so. Have you subscribed to this channel? If not, I'd like you to do that right away. Like, share the post, turn on the notification button so that you can always be notified when a new video is up. Until our next edition, this is me saying, stay grateful and blessed.